Hull City fans when they're sort of celebrating the team. It also is by Elvis. We're going to talk about Elvis now. Oh, actually, we're going to talk about part of Elvis, and this is Elvis's tooth, or maybe not. Local dentist Chris Branfield, who's got a practice in Cottingham, Castle Park Dental. This is in Cottingham, Chris, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it's on Castle Road in Cottingham.
Right, nice to see you. Elvis's tooth is coming this way. Is it Elvis's tooth?
It's actually Elvis's crown. It's a porcelain crown that was made by his dentist, Henry J. Weiss. Right. Back, I think it was about 69, 70. I know it was when he first started the Vegas days. Right. And what it was, it's actually a spur crown. And we've got the model and the crown on top. And it's a very fragile bit of kit.
Is it?
Yeah, I think some of the dentists on tour have had the wrist slap because they've taken it out of the case and because you can't replace it. And it's doing a tour of 11 dental practices in the UK. Now, 20
this is daft.
It is, but it's all a bit of fun, and I'll get around to what it's a bit convoluted, but we'll get there. 20 months ago, we had a necklace with part of John Lennon's tooth in it.
Yeah.
There's a dentist in Canada, and he's a really good fella, but he's off the wall. It's called Michael or Yazuk, and he buys celebrity teeth and things of that ilk. And ultimately, he wants to clone John Lennon. And he's managed to get hold. He went to auction for £6,500. He bought Elvis's crown. And there's letters of authenticity from the dentist's sons and wife. And Joe Esposito, who was Elvis's road manager, he's one of the Memphis Mafia that he met while in the army in 58 to 60. And the reason why we've got it is it's a bit of fun. It's some memorabilia, and what we do, we align it with mouth cancer awareness.
Right, okay.
We did that with John Lennon's tooth. We dressed up. And it was 50 years of Beatles when we did that, so it was a fantastic week. And what we do at the practice during that week is we do free mouth cancer screens. We do the proper normal examination outside, inside. Have a look with the light and the magnification, and we've actually got a fluorescence test called Velscope. There's an extra layer of screening, and we've teamed up with Lloyd's the chemist in Cottingham, and they'll come and do some free blood pressure and diabetic screening.
So you can get a health check. Is mouth cancer a big problem in this country?
It is, and it's actually on the increase. In the previous 10 years, it's increased by just under 50%. I think it's 48%. I mean, the 10 years preceding 2008, it increased by 53%. The usual causes, we know about smoking, we know about drinking, particularly heavy drinking, and the two together, if you do the two together, you're 30 times more likely. There's 5 people a day dying of mouth cancer. There's 6,000 new cases a year of mouth cancer. There's a new kid on the block, which is as a causative factor, which is human papillomavirus, the wart virus. We know that causes cervical cancer, and girls in schools now, teenage girls, have been immunised against that. And there's many different strains, and there's a couple of strains that are immunised against it, and there's crossover now with mouth cancer.
So Elvis's tooth is being used to promote and give people a chance to come and get checked out and things like that.
What we're doing, we're having a bit of fun.
Yeah.
We're really
with
some serious stuff, because often you find if you just do serious stuff, people switch off.
Yeah.
If you're having a bit of fun that's of interest, you know, I mean, with the Beatles was massive. We had a full week. We as a team, we had fun. Patients came in and reminisced and thought, oh yes, about the Beatles. There were so many Elvis fans.
You're not dressing up as Elvis,
yes.
Are you? You are.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, so I've got a couple of fancy dresses. I was brought up on Elvis. My dad from 1970 was a massive Elvis fan, and just before my dad turned 50, and he'd never been abroad in his life, he never owned a passport. I said, come on, and he said, well, for the first time in my life, I've got the money to go. Because they weren't wealthy, my dad's a brickie from Chorley. And in the end, I said, do you want to go? So I just facilitated, and I remember taking off from Manchester Airport, and he looked at me as we took off on the aeroplane and went, this is a natural lad.
Yeah.
And we stayed at Heartbreak Hotel opposite Graceland.
And what was it like? Did it fulfil his expectations?
Yes, we were in the hotel and it's Elvis. You walk across to the complex and all you hear is Elvis. And we went to the graveyard at 7 o'clock in the morning when they opened it. We did the tours, we did the aeroplanes. We were just walking back to the hotel on the night, and my dad looked at me and went, do you know what, I've just lived the dream today, lad.
Nice.
And I went, well, calm down a bit, because we've got another 6 days of this, don't pick too soon.
And was Elvis's crown on display then? I've seen a picture of it, it's horrible.
Well, it's just a cast. I mean, I'm used to it. I'm desensitised. No, it wasn't on display because it wasn't owned by the Elvis Presley estate. It was bought from I think it was bought from the dentist family.
So if people want to come along and get checked and see Elvis's crown, and
yes.
there will be people who will want to see Elvis's crown, how do they go about it, Chris? Do they need to book an appointment? What needs to be done?
They can, we'll have it up on the website very shortly at castleparkdentalcare.co.uk. Okay. We're going to have it at the practice on the 17th of June. So they can phone the practice, get in touch with my practice manager, Jill Fisher, and we'll be happy to see them.
All right, give us that website again, Castle Park.
Okay, it's www.castleparkdental.co.uk.
Okay, and the serious thing is you're offering free checks for mouth cancer.
We were doing mouth cancer screening that week, yeah.
Right, okay. I've seen the picture. It's not a pleasant sort of thing.
Yeah, but it's just a picture. But when you look at the crown, it's a very fragile. It's just made out of porcelain.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right.
But it was actually a spare crown because he had a tendency, because it was from the front tooth, of having the mic and
smacking himself.
So if he smashed that one, that was the understudy ready to go on.
All right. And will you be dressed as Elvis all week then?
Yeah, most likely. I've got a couple of outfits I can put on and go around.
Yeah. Couple of things to talk to you about, because I noticed you made a television advert for a well-known national toothpaste, didn't you? I always thought those were actors, but then I was watching the telly one night, I thought, I know him.
Yeah, it was strange. I was at the British Dental Association conference last year, and I was just in between lectures. I was walking around the trade show, and I got collared. They just asked me a couple of guys on the Sensodyne stand. I said, do you want to audition? And the first thing I did was just laugh and started walking off, saying, I don't think I'm posh enough for you.
Yeah.
And I went, no, come on up. So I thought, oh, go on then. So and all they do is have a bit of an actor, a bit like this, but they're filming you. And then that gets put to some public viewings, and they said, we might be in touch, and they got in touch. And then they came up in the summer to the practice and just filmed us for an afternoon. And like I said, there was 4 practices, and said, well, that's gone pretty well, you may as well get it. Anyway, he went to some public viewings again, and then we got the nod. And it's a bit weird. yeah. But it's great. For the first few weeks, I got quite a bit of ribbing off my mates. You know what it is.
Yeah, being on the telly.
Yeah. But it's good.
Have you got an agent now?
No, he's joking. Oh no, it's not. Definitely not. No. And thankfully, I haven't seen it. I don't watch loads of TV. No, I've not seen it myself.
Have you not looked at yourself on the television?
I saw a preview. And I haven't. It's not that I've just sort of boycotted it, but I just haven't seen it on the telly. Right. But the first day it came on, my mum texted me, I've seen you 3 days today, three times today, and the last time I spoke to my dad, I said, I bet you're fed up of seeing me. Yep.
On the telly. I sort of thought, that's Chris. Chris is on the telly there in an advert.
Yeah, well, the other guy that's on it, it's really strange because I know him. I'm actually going out to Morocco with him in a couple of weeks.
Right. What are you doing? You've got a project coming up.
Yeah, well, I'm trustee of a charity called Dental Mavericks, and I'm clinical director. And we go out. We've been out 4 times in September, October. But we're actually doing a new project in the southern part of the country with the Eve Branson Foundation. That's Richard Branson's mum.
All right. God, you're connected, aren't you?
I've not met her myself yet, but we should meet her when we're there. And she has a foundation where they work within the community in Morocco, and particularly with young women. And they have a boarding school, a charitable boarding school, and they teach them life skills and crafts. And we're going along, and we're going to be sorting the teeth out.
Right.
I mean, the majority of the time we go to Morocco where they've absolutely got out, and we're just getting kids out of acute dental pain. But this is a brand new project, so we'll see what it's like when we get there. But just last week, I was on the phone sending emails, and I've just secured some mobile dental units to do some proper restorative stuff, so it's getting a bit more sophisticated. Yeah, but Maris, who's on the other ad, I actually know him. Right. So we know we're not actors.
Right.
Although a few of the ads on telly from other stuff, they do look a bit wooden to me.
Yeah, well, exactly. You're a critic as well as a TV dentist now. I've got to ask you, because I know you're a big Hull City fan, will you be at the game Saturday?
I will, and I'm thoroughly looking forward to it. What a fantastic thing, a once in a lifetime Possibly, hope not, but it's likely to be one.
What do you feel it does for the area?
It gives everyone such a lift. Just thinking about it, the hairs on the back of my neck are standing on edge. Being there at the playoff final, what an emotional day that was. But it just gives everybody such a positive lift. I mean, there's too much doom and gloom in the world, and for the team to get to a final at Wembley, and then Europe, you know, I mean, flipping out. You know, that's going somewhere. It's just fantastic, and it's just an experience, really, just to be, you know, you grab it with both hands and milk it.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it's about. You go with your family, and these are, you know, the photo album. It's got to be in the photo album. You look back, you just look back on life. Think, while we were there at the cup final, you know. And as long as you turn up and put on just a really good, positive, get stuck in show, I think everyone will be absolutely proud as punch.
Yeah, I think they'll give it a real go. Chris, it's nice to see you. Just Chris Branfield from the Castle Park Dental Practice in Cottingham. Go along and see Elvis's crown and get yourself checked out and things like that. Appreciate you coming in.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
That's a very interesting story. Elvis's tooth.